The graduates, the candidates for degrees, the faculty, the staff, and the parents, families, and friends of the graduates and candidates are now assembled. I hereby declare this School of Management commencement of the University at Buffalo to be open. Welcome to our 2015 graduation program, honoring this year's recipients of undergraduate degrees from the University at Buffalo School of Management. We are here to offer our personal congratulations to our students, as well as to their parents, grandparents, family, and friends. Before I go on, I would like to ask any veterans and those serving in the armed forces who are here today to please stand. On behalf of the University at Buffalo and the School of Management, we thank you for your service. Today, we recognize the accomplishments of our graduates. Your achievements to date are a source of pride, and we look forward to following your success in the years ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our ceremony, would you please stand and join vocalist Wes Richter Jr., alumnus, Master of Business Administration, class of 2013, in singing the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce several special guests. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. On my far left is Andrew Peer, President of the School of Management Alumni Association. Continuing on my left is Satish K. Tripathi, President of the University at Buffalo. On my far right is Sydney Dudish, our undergraduate student speaker. Continuing on my right is Natalie Simpson, Chair of the Undergraduate Program Committee. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of faculty and staff who are joining us in this ceremony. Today, we sent 840 graduates out into the world armed with a top-notch management education. As I was preparing my remarks for today, I came across a particularly relevant book, David Brooks's The Road to Character. Brooks is a well-known columnist for the New York Times and author of several award-winning nonfiction books. You may also recall that he was here at UB as a distinguished speaker in 2012. Brooks has called attention to the difference between resume virtues and eulogy virtues. The former, he writes, are the virtues you list on your resume, while eulogy virtues are the ones talked about at your funeral. Now, all of you are much too young to even think about eulogies, and this is even true of your parents here. So I'd like to rename them, call them career virtues and character virtues. How do they differ? Career virtues are about getting ahead in the economic sphere. The motto is success and self-interest. Character virtues refer to your inner life and the moral core. The motto might be charity, love, and redemption. The art of living, according to Brooks, is to balance the tension between these two sides of human nature. Now, Brooks believes that we've largely focused on career virtues, making the journey of life about climbing the ladder of success. The career voice is loud, while the voice of character is muffled. And when he describes several leaders who serve as exemplars of character building, not one of them is a business leader. This might suggest that what you do in the world of business works against building character. I would like to argue otherwise. I suggest that, given the correct perspective, character building can also leverage the workplace. Think of your own years at UB. We've equipped you with the knowledge you need for your career, and at the School of Management, we're also very proud of our career office and what it does for you. But 2 or 3 decades from now, you're likely to reflect on your university years as years when you grew, got to know a diverse group of fellow students, some of whom you will still cherish as friends. You got to know your strengths and weaknesses, and perhaps some of your good friends helped you overcome some of these weaknesses. To my mind, these are all initial steps towards character building. There is a catch, however. The kind of character Brooks has in mind ripens slowly and is never developed in isolation. It requires struggle, self-examination, humility, and love. It does not come out of a recipe book. Often it takes a lifetime, and when you achieve it, it imparts joy, calm, and wisdom. So even as I wish you every success in your career, I ask you not to lose sight of what Brooks so pointedly reminds us. Ask yourself what kind of character you wish to build, and discuss it with those who are further along on this path. As you embark on your career, keep the character goal firmly in mind and inject some of its imperatives into your workplace. If you can strike this balance, you will lead a richer life, and we will be even prouder of you as alumni. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce President Satish K. Tripathi, who will offer greetings.
Good morning. Welcome to all families and honored guests. Most of all, congratulations to the School of Management class of 2015. We take a great pride in your achievements and in the considerable body of knowledge you have gained. But what you know is only part of the story. It is what you do with this knowledge that will shape your unique contributions to humanities. What I'm really talking about is the creative impulse, the force that bridges knowledge to life, transforms ideas into action, imagines new world beyond our experience, and then makes them a reality. Information alone is silent and passive until we ignite it with a creative spark. The creative impulse pulls and assembles meanings from the assorted facts and data. It is what makes discovery, problem solving, and innovation possible. So today, we celebrate the creativity that only you can bring to your disciplinary knowledge and its transformative potential. Speaking of transformative, let me tell you a brief story about the famous inventor, Wilson Greatbatch. In 1956, as a master's student in engineering at UB, Greatbatch was working on a device intended to record heart sounds. By accident, he grabbed the wrong kind of register from a box full of parts. As soon as he installed it, he realized his mistake. But in the next moment, he recognized the monumental significance of this error. With the register, he wasn't just recording sound, he was actually creating a pulse, a pacemaker. Early pacemakers existed at this point, but only as external devices that had to be plugged into an electrical outlet. With this accidental discovery, Greatbatch thought he could build a pacemaker small enough to be implanted in the human body. So in collaboration with his Buffalo colleagues, this accidental discovery gave rise to the modern medical device industry and has impacted thousands of cardiac patients. Where some may just have corrected the mistake and moved on, Greatbatch shifted his thinking to solve an entirely different problem. So whatever your field, whether you are helping to bring a new invention to market, or refining how the world does business in the digital age, there will always be new problems to solve, unexpected challenges to confront head-on. This is the creative process. And as Greatbatch's example shows, the creative process involves taking chances. It requires the confidence to alter our perceptions, veer from defined paths, in a sense, to take risk. UB has a proud tradition of intellectual risk-taking. As undergraduates in the School of Management, you have worked with faculty, entrepreneurs, and business leaders at the cutting edge of their fields. You have been out in front as new operating theories are developed, new research methods are tested, and new business models are shaped. There's nothing riskier or more rewarding than being one of the first to venture a new idea, a new approach to an age-old problem. Generation of School of Management graduates before you have made their own bold leaps, and the results have been transformative. Like Mark Shackett, who combined his academic and art interest by managing the UB Symphony as a management student and is now partner in a major firm that manages Broadway productions. Or Lisa Peters, who paired bachelor's degrees in management and psychology and went on to become one of the global banking's leading human resource officers. And now, you will continue that story. You will use your UB education to change the direction of your profession. You will push the boundaries of the accepted knowledge, and you will change our world for the better. Congratulations and all the best wishes for much continued success. Let me take a moment to recognize Dean Assad. As many of you know, Dr. Assad will be leaving UB during this summer. He has been Dean for 7 years and has done a tremendous job in building the stature of the school and introducing innovation educational programs and ideas for both undergraduate and professional students. I want to thank you, Arjun, for your service and dedication to UB, and I wish you the very best in your next endeavor.
Thank you so much. Thank you, President Tripathi, and thank you for their kind remarks. I would now like to introduce Sydney Dudish, Bachelor of Science, class of 2015. Sydney will offer remarks on behalf of all School of Management undergraduate students. In honor of her academic achievement, Sydney received the John G. and Elizabeth Gibbons Scholarship. She has concentrated in human resources management, but has previous experience working on Buffalo area events as an advertising intern at Win Creative Group. Outside of school, Sydney was involved in athletics, even serving as the captain of UB's novice women's rowing team, and received the Chi Alpha Sigma Athletic Honor for her commitment to the team. After graduation, Sydney has accepted a position as a retail management trainee in M&T Bank's Management Development Program. Please join me in welcoming Sydney Dudish.
Thank you, Dean Assad, and welcome President Tripathi, faculty, staff, families, and 2015 graduates of the University at Buffalo School of Management. I would like each student to take a moment to close your eyes, envisioning where an optimal career path would cascade in culmination of the next 30 years. There is satisfaction in imagining the peak of a fruitful pilgrimage as chief executive officers, boisterous entrepreneurs, owners of championed accounting practices, or for some of you, selling pens to Leonardo DiCaprio on Wall Street. I know there are one or two of you out there. While in adoration and appreciation of such grandiose destinations, I am so inclined to caution the class of 2015 with just one predisposition before parting ways with academia today. For each of you who was able to imagine your career at a maximum capacity, you are settling. While they are words that ring impulsively, they resonate forthrightly. To visualize yourself in a position that already exists is to foresee tomorrow in terms of today. There are some number of accomplishments that will propel you to a tomorrow, but never to the future. In the past, the prodigies who have capitalized on this philosophy have been called explorers, inventors, experimenters, and innovators. They were able to recognize that true success comes in pioneering uncharted territories. And with that, they are fearless in admitting that the future is entirely uncertain. I have confidence that as graduates of the University at Buffalo, any one of you is competitively capable of advancing through companies and prevailing as an eventual CEO. Conversely, I challenge you to generate your own fundamental and essential position in this world. Do not confine yourself to roles that already exist. You will be working with people you have not yet met on products that do not yet exist, reigning in positions that are not yet necessary, impacting locations that we are not yet advanced enough to reach. There is not one of you in this room that yet comprehends the magnitude of impact that you are going to have on this world. Go forth in creating an absolute urgency and dependency on your role through contributions to society. Don't give back, for giving back suggests that there was something first taken. Give forward. Be the history of tomorrow's future. Thank you.